this is a diehard exclusive trade because I was in the Discord yesterday.
The Discord, yeah.
But this trade is Nico Hoerner and one of Javier Assad, Hayden Wisniewski, or Jordan Wicks, or two of those three.
Who was the first, like the before Assad?
Nico
Hoerner.
Okay.
Nico Hoerner, one or two of those three pitchers I just mentioned.
Assad, Wicks, and Wisniewski.
Let's say a team would. I'm just going to say the team would probably say Assad and Wicks and
then Nico's
and Nico.
And then who else?
Let's just go with those three.
Okay. Yep.
In this scenario.
Okay.
For Logan Gilbert from the Mariners.
So Nico, Assad, and Wicks for Logan Gilbert from the Mariners.
Logan Gilbert, yeah.
Well, the problem is you have given up a lot of starting pitching depth, which you've just gone into the offseason.
You signed Matthew Boyd.
Sure.
You know, I don't.
Replaces
my first reaction
Smiley
when
and
Gary
Hendricks.
brought it up to us in the Discord, or brought it up to me at least, I don't remember who all was in there at the time, but my first reaction was, okay, you're upgrading at the start in your starting rotation. You get a bona fide top two guy, right? And so the only way that I could get on board for trading Nico is if you're really upgrading whether it's at second base or at another spot on the roster. And I'm willing to ride the ups and downs of Matt Shaw next year if you upgrade in a important spot. And as we said, they need starting pitching. Logan Gilbert's good. I believe he's got 2 more years of control.
Yeah, I think I'd do it.
Again, and I've been someone who's very much like defended Nico this offseason. Been very like, I wouldn't move him just to move him so you give Shaw an opportunity. But if you move him and you get a big piece like that back that bolsters something on your roster, I am personally willing to give Shaw that opportunity to like go through the developmental ups and downs in next year because you upgrade the starting rotation.
The only cold water I'll throw on it, like I know it's just a hypothetical or whatever Gary wanted to call it, but 2 of the 3 players are injured. Like, I don't know.
Who?
Wicks ended the season hurt, and Hoerner just had surgery. I don't know a team that's going to be like, hey, let's give me a front liner for 2 of your injured guys, or I could swap in Wisniewski.
The thing about
I don't think it's
the thing about Nico.
I think they'd want a prospect.
The thing about Nico and like that guys. Injury and like him having surgery, that still keeps me thinking that there's still decent value is the fact that he played really well at the end of the year.
Hurt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I don't know.
You just know you won't have him. You likely won't have him at the beginning of next season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think on the surface, I think it looks like a trade that I would accept.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that there's a trade that the Mariners would accept, to be honest. Luke made the good point about if you're going Wicks and Nico. Yeah, I mean, Wicks was just hurt a lot of the – like, you don't really know. Like, I think Wicks has a good future as a major league starter. He's probably not going to be an ace, but, like, he probably has a good future as a major league starting pitcher. But you don't know what you're getting out of him based on what this last year was for him and all the time that he missed. I think he pitched, was it 11 times, 12 times this year? Something like that.
Excuse me.
Obviously, Nico with the flexor tendon surgery. Don't exactly know what you're going to get there. And this is speaking from the Mariners side, just because you don't know as far as health reasons, timeline wise. I mean, Assad, I think Assad continues to like impress and just like a guy that just keeps getting outs. The peripherals aren't. I still have some concerns over the peripherals, but like when a guy just keeps getting results, maybe that's just who he is. You know, a guy that can make the right pitch at the right time when he needs to. I mean, I don't know. I like I said, from a Cubs perspective, I think I would take that trade. I don't know that it's a trade the Mariners would.
So would the Mariners be more likely to take Nico, Assad, and one of those top 100 prospects?
Yeah.
I think they might, because Wicks is injured and because Wisniewski's kind of been up and down. I think they would think it was more value if you offered them
one of those top 100 guys.
One of those top 100 guys. Now, obviously, you wouldn't want to trade Shaw, so that might. What if they wanted Owen, Casey, Nico, and Assad? That's a pretty big package.
I'm like reading some of the chat. Barb. I need you to open your ears, Godmother. Like, I'm presenting a trade that like was thrown out in our Discord as a hypothetical.
This is not Cody's hypothetical, Barb.
Yeah, and also you keep saying trade Paredes. Paredes has absolutely no value right now. You want to trade? You're in the chat every day saying that Jed makes terrible trades, but now you're telling us that they should trade Paredes for what? Just so you can be mad about what they get back in that trade? I just like make it make sense to me, Barb. I know it's part of the bit. I know it's part of the bit.
Stupid trade. I hope Jed isn't watching. I can guarantee you, Jed is not watching.
I explain it to me like I'm 5 years old, Barb.
I would also say, in that scenario, whether it's any of those three, Assad, Wicks, and Wisniewski, it would be, in a sense, and I know those guys don't necessarily have to be starting pitchers, but in a sense, you are trading, or the Mariners would be trading one of their best starting pitchers. Obviously, Nico would fit in at second base, would fit in their infield and be a good player for them. But they are also trading one of their best starting pitchers for two starting pitchers when they already kind of have a surplus of starting pitchers anyway. And it's kind of like,
well, those guys are more like depth.
Well, yeah, but are you trading Logan Gilbert for depth pieces when you have so many starting
Whenever
pitchers?
you lead baseball in K rate, and Nico Hoerner is one of the best bat-to-ball skills in baseball.
We should have sent him Madrigal.
And one of the best defensive players.
Traded Madrigal.
When we talk about the Mariners, I think the perception around the Mariners in the league is that they have great pitching, but their offense sucks.
But that's not what I'm saying is you are getting Nico in the deal, but what you're getting back is more starting pitching than you already have. I know they're
so what. Only throw in one pitcher and throw in another major league hitter.
If you gave
Triantos,
that's what I'm thinking. Like a top 100 bat or something like that. Like maybe the Mariners are more likely to do that than if you were giving up two of your major league starting pitchers.
I think
would be more depth.
I think it'd be fair. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you.
You do it all the time. Okay.
I know.
I'm interrupting both of you now.
Not all of us are perfect.
Interrupted you again.
If you throw in a top 100 guy, I think you can ask for a reliever back too. Is it fair to say that?
Am I say it again?
Like, if you throw in a top 100 prospect and then with Nico and one of those three pitchers, that's three players for Logan Gilbert. If you throw in if one of those top 100 guys, whoever it is it fair to ask for a reliever back as well, or at least another arm? Like,
see, this is why predicting baseball trades is so.
I just know that Wild Thought Wednesday is supposed to be tomorrow. This is not. This is Taco Tuesday.
But this is like predicting baseball trades. And for me, is such a hard exercise because we don't know what each front office wants.
Right.
We don't know what each front office is willing to give up.
I just think
like we could say what we would do with it, but for me, it's just at the end of the day, it's like I have no idea what the Mariners want. I don't even know what Jed Hoyer and the Cubs front office really want in a trade. And what they're willing to give up in a trade.
You know what I want?
I mean, I'm not saying it's unfair to ask for a reliever if you're giving up a top 100 hitter.
We're all in a simulation. Nothing matters. We will all be dead at some point. All I'm saying is Nico Hoerner makes a lot of sense for the Mariners because their offense lacks bat-to-ball skills. They were among the bottom in baseball, I believe, if I remember correctly, in K rate. They struck out a lot last year. They need a guy like that. Plus, it pains me to be sitting here advocating in a way to trade Nico Hoerner because I like Nico Hoerner, and I think he's a good player.
Yeah.
But,
Thank you, Jay. We'll call it Tricky Trade Tuesday from now
there you
on.
go. So, I don't know, man. I just threw it out there because it was put out there in the Discord, and I was curious what people thought.
We all silly like the mayor.